Hey, sorry I haven't posted in a little while. Life get crazy. I have a hedgehog now. Her name is Amy Rose. But yeah, we're back. And in the meantime, after getting over my art block, I have more Empire stuff to show you. This was not going to be the next video, but now it's happening. I'm just kind of rolling with it. For anybody that hasn't watched the previous video, let me catch you up on the rules. No repeat themes. So, essentially, no more witches, no more wizards. You can't just be that. I have to be able to give them an export, and their design has to be able to be turned into a Minecraft skin. That's it. Those are the rules. That is the only criteria for the designs. With that all out of the way, let's get started on Jimmy. Now, if you remember from the last episode, Scott was not over for husbands, but Jimmy had other stuff going on. That other stuff being ranchers. He lives, ranchers as in the ship. I should probably mention that. He lives with Tango, his husband, his legal husband, and they run a small ranch in a farming community. Yeah, but it's a pretty peaceful life for the little canary. Until Scott just decides to kidnap him. There's more I could say. Trust you me, there is so much more I could say, but that is kind of getting into spoiler territory. Spoilers that I do not want revealed. So I'm gonna take this little quick time to say that as of the time of recording this, I'm almost done with this challenge, for one, and number two, I have been convinced to write a fanfic about this, so that's coming along, and if you want to keep up with it, probably my last video about these designs will have the specific Tumblr that I made for this AU, so I can organize everything and I can have a master post pinned and everything can be squeaky clean. So if you're interested in that, that is coming at some point in the next week. Definitely not October though, I don't think I can fit all that in. Moving on to pics, which I'm gonna be honest, I didn't have many ideas for, and I still don't have that many ideas for, which is unfortunate because I don't want him to be mostly irrelevant to the lore for 3 seasons straight, so I'm gonna think up something. But for now, just know that the only lore important thing is that he's a librarian and his exports are paper and I had another one with what? And glass. Paper and glass. Because I think that fits well enough with the theme. Now, his design isn't anything special, but that's mostly because men's fashion, especially a professional fashion, is not anything to write home about or anything that cool looking or special, which is why I don't have a lot of male characters. They're just annoying to design because when you look for outfit references, there's 3 different distinct outfits, but I managed to pull off something here. Also, not important to the illustration, but oh my god, all those books were so annoying. At some point, I just copy and pasted one and just moved it up and hoped nobody would notice, and nobody did. So that's fun. But now I'm saying it, so yeah. That's about it. There is not much to say about our good old Pix riffs, and honestly, I think that's gonna be a pattern in this video. Next up is Pearl. Now, for Pearl, I didn't have much of a concrete theme, but then I decided that wouldn't it be funny if she just ran a tourist trap town near the sea? Because we need that Greek representation. You can't flame me for the joke, I'm Greek. So, yeah, that's what I did. She runs a tourist town. Her export are potions. And also random stuff. But that's more for lore. Think about how Lizzie in season 1 in Deal with Destiny tried to trade all these useless objects, but hyped them up really a lot. That's kind of what Pearl does. And her design did actually stump me. Originally, she had a completely different design. I might show it on screen, and if I do, here is her old design. Because I didn't really know how to put swimwear underneath, like, with normal everyday clothes. But then I just remembered that you can just put the swimwear underneath, so I put the swimwear underneath. And also, yes, the jacket around her waist is her normal skin jacket. Also, yes, I did struggle with coloring her hair. I never know how to do it. Because especially in Gacha Life, not Gacha Life, Gacha Club, and Gacha Life, I guess, I use a lot of bright colors because I like how that looks. It makes it fun, it makes it colorful, and I just like it. But when I'm drawing and I have the full color wheel to work with, I will do in between tones more often than not. So I couldn't color it like her gacha thing because it was too much. But then with her normal skin, as you can see, there wasn't really that much contrast, so I had to play around with it. And then her outfit, I didn't want to give her a blue outfit because I did Pearl and Gem. Like, I designed them together in the same day and made their, the sketch for the finished illustration also on the same day. So I knew that Gem, spoiler alert, was gonna end up being mostly blue because of her theme. And I didn't want that to, have too much overlap with Pearl. Although now that I'm seeing about it, yeah, I could have gone away with the blue. And then another problem I was having is that because of the round sunglasses, she looked like Kim from Aphmau, way too more than Pearl. And I was having that problem, so I was also having to lessen that. But I like her design. I'm proud of it. If I could change the colors, I would keep them bright teal. So that might change. Truth be told, that might end up changing in the end. Now, there isn't that much to say about Pearl lore-wise, because, again, I wouldn't imagine her getting too involved. She would definitely have her own, plot line going on, but I don't think it'd be that connected to everybody. It's like the main story. It might be, and I'm gonna have to find a way to make it at least somewhat connected so she doesn't just, feel out of place. I guess one thing to mention is that her and Gem are canonically siblings because, souplings, and I do plan on having, of course, I plan on bringing in extra characters, Tango was mentioned on the start with Jimmy, Impulse, maybe a little Cleo in there. So I'm planning to do that, and that could be a way to just connect. And of course, everybody remembers the life games, so that is also an option for something to do with her. But yeah, we will see what I decide in the end, I guess. Now, when I said that Gem and Pearl would be siblings this season, I'm sure some of you might have thought that they'd have had a similar theme, and I wanted to excuse that. No, they have the complete opposite theme. Pearl has a sunny tourist trap, Gem has a snowy plains. Completely fucking opposite there. But I thought it'd be cool contrast. Also, it's my AU. They're usually siblings anyway, along with Impulse, hence siblings. So, yeah, might as well make that canon. Sorry to all the Gem Pearl sippers. So, the thing with this, actually, was that when I was getting ready to start this challenge, I asked a couple of my friends what they'd like to see for each Empire's member. And for Gem, I got a lot of make her like Season 1 Gem, which is kind of against the rules. Theme-wise, at least. She can't be a wizard, she can't have the crystal, we can't have any repeating themes. Especially not on the same person. Because that's just kind of boring. But what I did with that is I just grabbed the cape from that season, just snatched it, and I decided to invert her personality. So instead of being serious and the mom friend of the friend group, or the entire server, let's be honest, she is way more carefree. She is the child. She is just there. She's just there to have fun. She is still a celestial because Gem and Empires said that every single instance of Gem is the same Gem, just in a different universe. So gonna have to keep that, and I'm gonna keep it. It's not like I haven't worked with it before. Anyway, in terms of her connecting to the main story though, she doesn't have much, just like every single other person in this damn video except for Jimmy. She wouldn't connect that much to the plotline. At least there's no plans for her to do so yet. There might be in the future, again, when I get into writing the fan fiction and have to plot everything out, then we shall see. But until that day comes, nothing planned. Her exports are leather and wool, because she lives in a colder climate and I thought it would be fun. Now, some people might think that this is too close with Scott's season 1 theme, and you're free to feel that way and think that I've broken my own rules, but because I know that it's gonna be so different, even if the themes have a little overlap, like the deer and the snow and the wolf, that's gonna have the overlap there, even if the snow has more to do with his powers than really where he lived. Yeah, it was a snowier, colder biome, but it wasn't like a snow plains, But still, if you feel that way, I get it. I feel you. But I do think it's also important to keep in mind that we've had similar things before, like, again, the witch and wizard thing. Like, we have had similar things before, and that's ultimately, at the end of the day, fine. It's gonna happen. There's only so many things in Minecraft, especially in a mostly vanilla server. Again, you're free to feel like I've broken my own rule, and if that's what most people feel like, I will give her a redesign. But with that, we've come to the end of the video. Sorry for this one being so late and being shorter than the other one and not really being as interesting, I guess, as the last one. Again, this last week's has been crazy with me getting art block and art burned thanks to this challenge, and then getting other responsibilities, and then getting a hedgehog. It has been a wild ride, but I do hope that you've enjoyed this. Have a wonderful whatever time it is for you, and remember, stay safe.